time, weather, and...
Hello and welcome to Driving with Todd. And I'm Todd. In January of 2022, Jethro Tull released their 22nd studio LP. It was 19 years between that album and the previous Jethro Tull album, which was Jethro Tull's Christmas album in 2003. Quite a gap. It wasn't that Ian Anderson was sitting aimlessly. He was doing a lot of solo work at the time and putting out quite a number of solo albums. Well, when this album came out, I wasn't sure I wanted to buy it. I mean, I love Jethro Tull and have just about everything they've put out, but for some odd reason, I held back. Now, the album is called the Zealot Gene. And a couple of things that turned me off about the album. One was, okay, I was into this group for a long time, and now it's 55 years later from their first album. How are they going to sound? I don't want to be disappointed. And they go, wow, why did they do this? So it was a matter of, is the sound going to be there? Is it going to be that special sound that Ian Anderson could get into Jethro Tull with the acoustic guitars, the flute, things of that, really good guitar solos? Second, this was a totally different band than the Jethro Tull I was used to. So it was a fairly new band for Ian Anderson. So that too, he was the only remaining member of the original Jethro Tull. So that kind of threw me. Martin Barr wasn't on it anymore as the guitarist. So it was like, I don't know. So I thought, I don't know if I'm going to buy this. Well, 2 years later, I broke down and bought the album. And I bought the deluxe set. I'm a big box set person, deluxe set person. And this is very heavy. I don't know what this actually weighs, but I'm having a problem holding it. It weighs a ton. It's a book. It comes with 380-gram vinyl LPs. Comes with 2 CDs and a Blu-ray disc. The album is on the first 2 vinyl LPs. The third LP is demo tracks. The first CD is the album. The second CD's demo tracks, more than what's on the vinyl. And then the Blu-ray, of course, has like a 5.1 mix and other mixes of the album. When I got it, the first thing I did was open it up, right? Open it up, take a look at the presentation of this. And the book presentation is incredible. It is such a nice package. Just the touch of it is fantastic. But what I didn't realize what this album was about, it's about the Bible. Ian Anderson is a big fan of the Holy Bible, especially the King James Version. And each song is written based on verses from the Bible. So I want to read you this. This is the introduction to the book that Ian Anderson wrote, and it's the last paragraph, and it kind of sums up, because this is where I thought Ian Anderson actually was, and I was guessing correctly. It says, I should be clear that I am not a biblical scholar, nor am I a man of faith when it comes to conventional, organized religions. Faith implies certainty, and I don't do certainties. I prefer carefully considered possibilities and even probabilities. But the narrative of the New Testament of the Bible, is compelling. We all love a good story and invest in its characters and messages. So for positive, inspirational teaching, the Bible has a special place for me, whether I take it at face value or read wondering aloud between the many lines. You couldn't make it up. So I thought that was kind of cool, because that's where I thought Ian Anderson was, especially based on the Aqualung album. If you've listened very closely to the Aqualung album, a lot of it is about religion and kind of almost tongue-in-cheek religion. So I kind of listened to this album many times since I've gotten it. It is just a phenomenal album. And I thought, I got to do a track from this album. Yeah, I guess this isn't a true reaction. This is more of a review, but I have to. And I'm going to pick the song Mine is a Mountain. And Mine is a Mountain, he lists each of the tracks and then explains each track and why he wrote it. And then he has a lyric book in here. And with the lyrics, he has what Bible passages he used to write the song. So Mine is the Mountain. He uses Exodus 20, 4 through 7, and Exodus 30, verse 7. So get out your Bible, take a look, and listen to this song. It is fantastic.
Mine is the power, and mine is the glory. Mine is the mountain up which you tread. Give me bold question, give me good reason. Tell me you love me, fear all I have said. Don't imitate me, don't forsake me in images silver and idols of gold. Don't make me jealous, don't make me angry. Don't ever leave me out in the cold.
Okay, love it. I just love the beginning of this song with that piano. Very, very traditional Tull. And then he's singing, and I love Ian Anderson's voice. He's got a very unique voice. I don't think there's anybody else that sings like Ian Anderson. As soon as you hear his voice, you know it's either Ian or it's Tull. It's just a very unique voice. But then he's singing, and if you listen closely to the lyrics, he's singing as if he's God, and he's talking to Moses on Mount Sinai, and he's telling him, I'm a jealous God. You can't have any other gods other than me. So he's explaining to him the rules of the game if you're going to believe in God, which I thought is really, really cool. Then it gets kind of heavy, and that flute comes in. Traditional Jethro Tull, Ian Anderson flute. If you don't have the flute, you don't have Jethro Tull. It's just great. So let's keep on going.
Out in the cold. Precious jewels and your finery. Build me safe haven, the tablets of stone, to live through the ages, to scold and to guide you, threaten, cajole you, and cut to the bone. I'm no pushover lamb, no gentle provider. Vengeance, retribution are my middle names. I can make a cadaver of your women, your firstborn, with a snap of a finger, of salt and of flame. may bring some
Okay, great instrumental break. What's kind of cool about it is if you listen to how Ian's playing the flute on here. Initially, he comes in and it's like really a demanding flute sound. It's almost like you're getting you're he's going to demolish you. God's going to demolish you. For looking at other gods and other symbols, and it's very intense flute playing, and then it slows down, and it gets very kind of like nice, real smooth flute, a little bit feeling good about things, and then he gets intense again, and when he gets intense, you can see in this video, and this is a fan made video, the stones being made for the Ten Commandments. I think the way the flute is played, it's like it's just God demanding things with the initial flute, and then things are going to get nice. If you follow these commandments, things can be really good. And then it gets a little bit intense again when the stones are being made. That's what I feel about that instrumental break. You might feel differently, but it's almost a 3-part instrumental break, which is really kind of cool. Let's keep on going.
Matty and Lucas may bring something softer, gentle in word and gentle in deed. But you who ignore these things that are written will define the story your children will read. Bring all your pomp, precious jewels, and your finery. Bring me safe haven for tablets of stone, to live through the ages, to scold and to guide you, threaten, cajole you, and cut to the bone. So think of me fondly, in spite of the raging, the ranting, the raving, the threatening tone. For I am the Father, the power and the glory, and now for God's sake, kindly leave me alone.
Wow, that's such a great song. Even if you don't know anything about Christianity or the Bible, it's still a great song. I mean, it's talking about a higher power that is a very demanding higher power, a jealous higher power. There's the one part in there where he says he can, destroy or make cadavers of your women and children with a snap of his fingers. That's he's trying to say, look, you got to believe in me. If you don't, here's what I can do. I'm very, very powerful. And I think that's the message throughout this whole song is that, you can only, you have to do what's right. You got to do what's right. And then when Moses gets the tablets at the end, and it's the Ten Commandments, God is saying, yeah, somebody else can deliver you things that feel good and at that moment are special to you, but they're not what you want for the rest of your life. Here are the commandments. These are the things, these are the rules that all humans should follow, and they'll live perfect lives. So I think that's kind of a cool message. And then the way it's delivered, especially when he says, "Mine is the mountain," when he sings that part, it's kind of like almost like with a reverb in there, and it sounds almost um, godly in itself. And there's a demo version of this song on the demo CD and the demo album, and it's really cool when he does the "Mine is the Mountain." He gets a really cool reverb in there, and it almost sounds neater on the demo version than it does on the production version here. But I think that adds a lot to it as well. Now there's not a heavy guitar solo or anything like that. There's a lot of flute in this particular song, but I think the flute delivers the message along with the lyrics. Just think it's a great song. This whole album is phenomenal. He does some great acoustic work. There's some great guitar solo. He's got two different guitarists on here. One of the guitarists were actually with his band in the early 2000s, and then left while they were recording this album, and he had pulled in a new guitarist. So he's got two different lead guitarists on this album. Both of them do phenomenal work. Just a great album. It's a great, almost comeback album. He's put out Jethro Tull's put out another album. Ian Anderson and Jethro Tull has put out another album since this one called Rock Flute, which I don't have, but I'm anxious to get that one as well because this album is just so good. So I hope you appreciate a little bit of review here of the album called The Zealot Gene, and then one of the songs from the album, Mine is the Mountain, which I thought this was a really cool video. This is a fan-made video. There is a official video of this song out there, which leaves me a little cold. I think this one is a little bit nicer, more friendly, and maybe more historical. So I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, hit that like button. That'd be really appreciated. If you have any comments about Jethro Tull, the album Zealot Gene, or the song Mine is the Mountain, put it in the comments below. That'd be really appreciated as well. Now I'm going to take a link to this video. Like I said, I really like this version of the video. There's several others out there. There's the official one. There's several lyric videos for this as well. But I'm going to take a link to this video and put it in my description below. If you want to see it again, just click on that link. It will open up and play for you, and I won't be stopping it. I'm also going to put a link to the channel that uploaded this video into my description. You might want to check out that channel. They may have some other really cool videos out there. Now, have you subscribed to Driving with Todd? If you haven't, let's do it right now. You got my video open here. Go below the video and hit subscribe, and you'll make me a very happy camper. If you go over here, ring the bell, you'll get updates to my latest videos. So I just wanted to play this song today because I think it's a fantastic song. I love the message in the song. In fact, I love the message of the whole album. It's just an incredible album. So, hey, it put a big smile on my face, and I'm hoping to put a big smile on your face. And peace out, baby.